Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Snags it quickly on the left. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Dickens. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Dickens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. A low-line drive and not his best work. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it just outside the 30-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Green. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They boot it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Play of the drive comes from the 41. receiver comes in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Clemson. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabs behind the line. It's Green. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They'll run it. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. LSU quick to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The quick out. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some...
Brings him to the open. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. These corners backing off a bit. Scanning the field, it's Denson. Got his man out of the backfield. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Raymond. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Touchdown LSU! The head yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Motion from the back. Now on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Odom. Caught near the sticks, it's Davidson. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Berry.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Berry. Across the 25. He's got room. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Quick strike complete. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Touchdown, Tiger! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. To the air. It's Odom. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Quarterback making checks. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. On the run. It's Durham. Oh, he's got some sticks. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense, kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Lets it fly on the move. They needed a big play, and they got it. And a foot down for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on it.
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
With the catch, it's Dickens. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the O? The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Coleman. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And what a missed opportunity for this defense. They got one chance to get back in this game. Force some turnovers, create some big plays. They're down big. Man, did they need that opportunity.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw again. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
At the 4th down coming up.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And you've already set your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. There he goes. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dropping back, it's Odom. Fires toward the end zone. Soft spot in the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And the defense decides to bring the blitz, and no problem for the offense. No panic whatsoever. They understood it. They saw what was coming, still were able to function and not even worry about it or get sped up by the blitz.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Trying to power it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right?
He's going for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Makes the quick grab. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Offense set on first down. Let's go! Let's go! They want to throw it. Finds his man. It's Napier. And he's wrestled to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's buried. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw at St. Clair. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got it for a big play. And good blocking and space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys. Got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
Another ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Things have not gone the way they've planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Odom. Dances away. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive play right here, making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Punch it out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sets up the screen. There he goes. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage at the back end defensively.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's St. Clair. Here's the pressure. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game, the ball has just got getting away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The short hands, it's Williams. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Odom. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Trying to do it on the ground. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off-play action on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You've got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.